Hello everyone. Today we'll know about the coding of the project online auction. So this is the video about the coding. For the project video, kindly refer the video description where the link is provided. So you can see the database here. So now let us see how this database is connected to the project. So database connection.php is the file which will connect the MySQL server and the PHP. So here a PHP code must be written inside the PHP tag, and MySQLi connect is a function used here to connect the database. So here localhost root and online auction is the name of the database, and this is stored in the variable con. And if there is any error in the connection, then you will get the message failed to connect to MySQL. So this is how the database is connected. So now let us see the header. So you can see the logo of the project as well as some menus. So this is in the header page. So header.php file is the file which includes the header details. So you can see here session start. So session start is because each session will start and unique session ID will be created for each user. And error reporting, this will not show any of the errors. So this will disable the warning and errors. So usually we create some variable and we don't define value for that. In that case, the system shows warning. But if we use this function error reporting, it will not display that warning. So you have the folder here, img. So in this folder, the images of the logo is stored. So you can see to add the logo image, you have to use the image tag img space src is equal to, within double quotes you must write the path of the image where it is stored. So you can see other than that, you can see the home, about and contact menus, and clicking on each menu it will redirect you to contact.php, aboutus.php and index.php. So if the person who has logged in is an employee, then there are some menus which is available for the employee, that is main, message box, view my bid, winning bid, reverse bid. So these are the different menus which are available for the employee when he logs in. So the sub menus under that can be retrieved using the select clause. So you can see the different menus. And again, if the employee is an admin, then he has some other menus which are only particular for the admin. Then we can see the login and register panels, where clicking on login it will be redirected to customer login and register will redirect you to register.php. And there is a all categories as well as there is one form here. The form action has got search.php file. So you can see this where the search box is available, and whatever you search there and clicking on search, it will take you to search.php file. And you can see in is select star from category MySQL query. So here using while loop we are fetching all the records that is present in the categories. So on clicking on categories, you can see the different options there. So these are fetched from the database. So these options are stored in the database in the table category, and using the select clause, that is select star from category, which will display all the values that are present in the database. But here we are displaying the category name and category ID. Then on clicking on the search button, the form will be redirected to search.php file, and whatever you will type there, it will be searched in the database. Later you have the second menu there, latest auctions, feature auctions, upcoming auctions, closing auctions, closed auctions, reverse bid. So each options has got different PHP files for that, and clicking on each it will be redirected to those particular files, and then the data from that will be fetched. Now let us see the footer. So this is the footer where you can view the footer code in footer.php. So let us open footer.php. So in the footer you can see free delivery, free shipping. So all these text which is written at the first, and then you can see the contact details, that is the contact number is available, and the logo of the project is also available in the footer, that also can be viewed here. So for the customer or if the employee, so if the person who has logged in, customer or employee, if none of the customers or the employee has logged in, then the login window is available for them. And if the employee has logged in, then there is a menu available for the employees, that is about their account, and you can see the contact details there, that is the location of the company can be viewed there. So this can be written and this can be edited as you wish. And in the copyright also you can see whatever data is written there, you can be edit this in footer.php. And at the end you can see the different images of different companies. So you can see that using the image tag, the different images are put up. On clicking on this, they will be redirected to different pages. So you can see these images. So this is about the footer. Now you can see the login page. Clicking on that, you will be redirected to customer login.php, and this is for the customer login. Then under employee login you have admin login panel, which is admin login.php, where the login type is admin, and you have employee login panel, which is again employee login.php, and the login type is admin. So now let us see how these pages are coded. So let us see employee login.php. The customer login and employee login, it has got the same code, but the table name is different. So you can see here it is included header. So header.php is included in all the pages, as well as footer.php is included in all the pages of other PHP codes. So you have a form there. In the form you have a login ID, a text box is available, that is using input type equal to text, and the name of the text box is email. And there is one more label, that is password, and there is one more text box, and the type of this text box is password, and the name also is password. And there is one button, the name of the button is btn admin login, and type submit, that is because it is a button, and on clicking on submit we can post btn admin login. When a button submit is clicked through the method post, then you will get this PHP code where you have to select star from employee, that is you are checking in the employee as well as employee table for the login ID and password which is mentioned in the form, whether it is present in the database. So here login ID and password, will see the table employee. So here you can see the login ID and password. So same name must be written here, and whatever is inside post, this is the name of the text boxes. So email and password is the name of the text boxes. So this is stored in the variable SQL, and con is the variable which will connect the database. Using this con and SQL, you are fetching the row. So if there are number of rows, if there is only one row, then that value is fetched and that value is given to the session values, that is the employee ID and employee type is given to the session. That is because if the employee type is admin, then different menu is available. If the employee type is employee, then the different menu is available. So for that reason it is given to the session. So now we can see how we will log in. So login ID is admin and the password is also admin here. On clicking on login, you will be redirected to employee account.php. So in the employee account.php, you can see the dashboard, that is it includes all the databases, and there are different menus available for the admin. This is. Now let us see employee account.php. In the employee account, if the person who has logged in is admin, then the dashboard is available, which includes all the number of records present in the database. So here the employee type is admin, then the admin dashboard is available. Otherwise the employee account is available. So all the PHP codes must be within the PHP tag, and other than that we are using HTML5 here. And you can see number of records, and inside the PHP tag we are fetching the data from the database. From the table bidding we are selecting all the values, and from there we are fetching we are connecting the database, and then we are fetching how many number of rows are present. So MySQLi num rows, this will give us the total number of rows present, and this will be displayed in the page here. So you can see 32 records, that is 32 is fetched from the database through the function MySQLi number of rows. So same thing is done for all the tables which are present in the database, that is for the billing table, for the category table, customer table. So all the tables which are present in the database, every table's records are, the number of records are displayed in the dashboard for the admin. And you can see at the end the footer is also included. And there are different menus also for the admin, and this comes under header file. So now let us see the register window. So the customer must register before they log in. The register window is the register.php file. So let us have a look at the register.php file. So you can see the form here, which includes different labels as well as the text boxes. So one is name, and here you can see span, which is used for validation purpose. That is, in on submit you can see return validate customer. So this is a function. For that purpose we are using a span with the span ID. So this ID will be used for validation. And you have email, where the text type is email and the name is email ID. And mobile number, where the type is again text of the text box, and here we have given the value plus 91, that is, this value is displayed in the database. Then there is one function again on key press is number event, that is, you are checking whether the whatever data you have entered, whether it is a number. Then there is password and confirm password, where the type is password for both, and the name is password and C password. And there is a button which is, on clicking on that you will be registered successfully, and this is the submit button, and on clicking on this button a validate function will be invoked. So on checking the validate customer function, so here there are different validations, that is numeric expression, which means it should have only 0 to 9 digits. Then alpha expression, that is, it can have alphabets. Alpha space expression, where you can have alphabets as well as space. Alphanumeric, which means the digits and alphabets are included. And email expression, which includes the email format. And register XPath, this includes the register format. So here, if the customer name has more than 25 characters, then it is error warning message is provided, that is it should have less than 25, and if it includes the space, then the name should not have the space, and if it is empty, then the name should not be empty. These are the different warning messages provided. And if the email ID is not in a correct format, then email ID should be valid. If it is empty, then the email ID should not be empty. So none of the fields in the register form should be empty. For that, for each field, the validation is put up. Then the password must be greater than 8 characters and less than 16 characters. And the password as well as the confirm password should not be empty, and the password and the confirm password must match. If it is not matching, then again you will get the validation message, that is confirm password must match with the new password. The confirm password must not be empty, and the mobile number here, it should be less than and equal to 13. So within 13 characters the mobile number can be. More than that it cannot be there. So here we must mention it should be less than, it should not be equal to 13 characters. Next, mobile number should not be empty. So there are two functions, which is one is for mobile number we are checking whether it is the number, and one more is +91, that is the value that must be present in the register form under the mobile number. So on clicking on the submit, after checking the validate function, the post method is invoked, and here insert query is used. That is because we are inserting the data from the form to the database. So insert into customer. So customer is the table name, customer name, email ID, password, mobile number, status. So these are the fields in the database in the table customer, and after values, whatever is inside the post, that is the name of the different forms or the different text fields which are there in the form. So these name must be written inside the post clause. So you can see the customer table here, it has got these many fields, and which are the fields we are using at the registration, those fields are mentioned here, and only those values to those fields are entered through registration. And then the status must be active, and this is stored in the variable SQL, and MySQL query is a function which will connect the database and the insert query, and then if there is only one row present and the row is affected, then the registration is done successfully and the customer is redirected to customer login panel. So once he has registered successfully, then he has to log in using the email ID and the password. So you can see in the mobile number +91.